Excellencies, Ministers, workers and employers' representatives, ladies and gentlemen, my warmest greetings to you all. I must thank Her Excellency Cristina Duarte, the UN Special Advisor on Africa, for inviting the ILO to partner with the World Food Programme to convene this timely discussion. Important at any time, when crises strike, the value of social protection really stands out. It provides a crucial buffer protecting families, enabling women and men to be resilient and to be proactive in rebuilding lives, communities and their societies. And the experience of COVID-19 has demonstrated all of this amply. And coming on top of numerous shocks in recent decades, the COVID-19 pandemic has further aggravated development challenges in Africa and elsewhere. And now, soaring food and fuel prices are expected to further worsen the food security and overall human security situation. The pandemic reversed hard-won gains in poverty reduction in Africa, pushing 47 million into extreme poverty. The new poor increased by 55 million, and 46 million more were at risk of hunger and malnutrition. And it is sobering to recall that after years of decline globally, the incidence of child labour is rising, and this started before the pandemic. And the pandemic has exposed glaring gaps in social protection, particularly in the informal economy. Globally, only 46% of the global population are effectively covered by at least one social benefit. And however, in Africa, the figure is still lower, with only 17% of the population having such minimum protection. Not surprisingly, this huge coverage gap mirrors significant underinvestment in social protection. In 2020, average social protection expenditure stood at less than 5% of GDP on the African continent, compared with the global average of 8.6%. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, the statistics do not reflect lack of recognition of the importance of social protection on the continent. Many African countries have enshrined the right to social security for all in their constitutions, and others have developed comprehensive policies to promote social protection and to ensure universal access. The African Union has adopted frameworks, policies and strategies that integrate the role of social protection in eradicating poverty, reducing inequality, and promoting inclusive and sustainable development. And the ILO African constituents at the African Regional Conference in 2019 adopted conclusions which called for progressively extending sustainable social protection coverage. And at the International Labour Conference in 2021, ILO constituents worldwide made a firm commitment to build universal social protection systems. It is more than time to act decisively and to use all of the tools available to translate these commitments into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the ILO's African Regional Social Protection Strategy 2021 to 2025 points to a clear way forward for the very practical work that really needs to be done. This strategy aims to support countries to accelerate social protection coverage so that 40% of the continent's population is covered by at least one social protection benefit by 2025. National policy decisions, including resource decisions to support social protection in a coherent policy environment, will be essential. And priority groups must be those in the informal economy, agricultural workers, and rural populations. Building strategic partnerships at the national, regional, international levels can also help to drive action. And the Global Accelerator on Jobs and Social Protection for Just Transition, launched by the United Nations Secretary General last September, can and must give strong impetus to these efforts. Through multilateral cooperation, the Accelerator aims to support countries to create at least 400 million jobs, primarily in the green and care economies, and extending social protection to the 4 billion people worldwide who are currently not yet adequately covered. The ILO is striving to do its part to mobilize the multilateral community around these objectives. Ladies and gentlemen, investing in social protection is an investment in a human-centered development path and in resilient, equitable societies. It is a driver of economic development. It is one of the pillars of decent work and is integral to the foundation of social justice that fosters lasting peace and stability. Count on the ILO's support in shaping the social protection policies that can enhance food security and nutrition for greater resilience in Africa. Thank you.